Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey Lisa, hey Gwen, hey there, Spartman. What's happening, you guys? Yeah, I figured you'd like to see the picture of the boss. He's uh he's something else. He's getting old. He's showing it too. Hey Heather, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Hope you're doing good too, my friend. He is a sweet baby. Hey Craig, how's everybody doing tonight? Y'all have a good holiday, good Christmas. You survived it. We had a nice quiet one. Nice and quiet. Went to a friend's house for dinner, which was nice. The weight of leadership takes its toll. It does. It does. Yep. Glad it's done. I agree. I agree. Us too. Us too. Um, yeah, so it's been a fun oh, ours was mellow. Good, Heather. Yeah, ours was mellow too. I actually had to get showered and dressed to go for dinner at friends. But yeah, we've got the cabinet done, the extra countertop and cabinets done earlier than we thought, which was great because everything came in from Menards, so that was exciting. And it's been super fabulous to have everything in one place, um, right next to the kitchen. So it makes the most out of having a small space kitchen with not a lot of counter space. Makes it helpful. Today, I found out I won a $25 pork certificate, is what they call it. And basically, what it is from the South Dakota Pork Producers Council. I had entered a giveaway and they had picked 4 winners and we were one of them. So I'm gonna waiting to find out if I can use it with Maud Hagen Cattle, who we bought pork from before. But I really am excited about it. They said that the way it works, because I asked, how does a pork certificate work? And so they said you can use the $25 like a check because that's how it works for the retailer or the person you give it to, and you're able to buy pork with it. So that's what they want you to do. So that amount of money. So Maud Hagen Cattle is who I prefer to use because I love their pork, and even though we have enough pork in the fridge right now, freezer, um, I thought it would be really cool to get some specialty items that we wouldn't make, like brats and stuff like that. Sounds like how the beef bucks work. Oh, neat. Neat. I didn't know that. I didn't think I'd win. I thought it was pretty cool though. So, Maud Hagen Cattle is at the farmers market in Rapids, so we can bring it there and get some specialty items that are something we wouldn't make. So, I thought that would be cool. Yeah, I'm excited, Lisa Colovi. Um, yeah, you need a shelf like that in your garage. Yeah, you can usually get stuff at Habitat for Humanity restores. I mean, if you're okay with used, you could do that for a garage. We've done that before. Heck, we've gotten beautiful entryway doors. Um, in our old house in North Carolina, the back part of the house that went to the hot tub had a sliding glass door, and of course it was all foggy. It wasn't insulating well at all. And it was under a deck, so it was in the foundation, but it was under the deck, if that makes sense. We got this beautiful entryway door, the perfect color. I don't want to say yellow, more like a mustard color, which went with part of the brick in our house, which was like a kind of multicolored brick. And so we put that doorway in, and it had the nice stained glass on the side and all that. And we got that at the Habitat Restore for like $200. And it was brand new. It was awesome. Yeah, but like mustard, like not bright yellow. I was just trying to think of more like a golden mustard. No, brown mustard, if that makes sense. So yeah, I get it. But a neat color, neat door too. It was beautiful. It made it look so much nicer. Hey, Grace and Fire. Hope you're doing well, Glenda. Yeah, so it was beautiful. So I don't know. So we'll see. But we've got some trying to think what else. Hey, Holman's Homestead. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Gear Griden 19. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget the marigold seeds. I love my marigolds. Yes, Grey Poupon versus French's. Definitely not a French's yellow mustard yellow door. It was a neat color. It was a neat color. But anyway, it had some really nice stained glass on the side panels. It had some really neat stained glass, and it was like an insulated door, and it just was fabulous. It was fabulous. And it replaced those ugly sliding doors that did nothing and created a security issue, in my opinion. Hey, Alfonso. Hope you're doing well. AS Blind Maid Production. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. So some of you said how your Christmas was. How about the rest of you guys? Did you have a good Christmas? I know for some people it can be hard, and I know especially those affected by Hurricane Helene, it could have been really hard because depending on the situation, people are still intense, sadly, and it's sad. Hey, Barb's Country Home, good to see you. It's just sad. And again, sometimes life gets in the way and people have a hard holiday season because people pass away and all that. So I don't want to forget those people either, because that can be really hard. Oh, I'm glad you had a good Christmas, Holmans. Hope your parents are doing well. So trying to think, there was something else I wanted to say and I can't think of. So we got the countertop. I was talking about the pork certificate, which is really exciting for me. Trying to think. Think. It was nice. Hosted Christmas Eve brunch and then went to Christmas dinner with family. That's nice, Grace and Fire. Love that. Sparkman said Christmas was okay. The fat guy didn't get my less than subtle hints about the 90-inch TV at Walmart. 98-inch TV at Walmart. Oh, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel better, I didn't wake up to a French bulldog puppy or a pig. And I said to Ryan, because we don't do gifts, so it was funny. I woke up Christmas morning and I said, I'm not hearing any noises. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I said, I'm not hearing a French bulldog puppy. And I'm also not hearing any oinking going on. He said, no. We're still under renovation, so the family had to work around the mess, but it was nice having everyone. That's fine. That's wonderful. Everybody gets through it. They get through it. Christmas Day threw me for a loop. I did most of the cooking, and we usually take it all to mother-in-law's. 1 p.m. supposed to eat. 12:55. I'm informed we were all eating here. Well, that was a change of plan. At least you didn't have to carry it all over. I wanted to go back up. But yeah, it was good. It was quiet. We just relaxed, and all that kind of thing. And then we went to dinner. I don't know we left here at 4. So that was good. Barb said we had our family over. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, my son can't come because he's between work. He takes so much time off from his daughter. So that's always a pain. It's a bummer. But I did talk to them Christmas Day, and that's always a trip. I got to see all of my granddaughter's presents and all that stuff. But I'm trying to think that I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, so you guys who are watching, because some of you crochet. I know Gwen crochets. Just hang on a minute. I'm going to get it out here. So I went to Hobby Lobby today. Takes a lot for me to go there because I don't like all the crowds. I don't like being in all that. But it actually wasn't too bad. So while we were there, we picked up like some dog food and chicken feed. So it makes it worth our trip, you know. But remember when I did the video and I said, oh, you buy this box of ornaments and it's listed at 20 bucks for 32 of them. And I've been crocheting them. And I'm almost done with the box that I have. And so I think I got them for between $2 and $3 when they were like 75% off or something like that. Yeah, I know it was $3 max because I remembered I hit the after Christmas sale at the right time and they had hordes of these boxes and aisles and aisles and aisles. Well, I didn't want to go on the weekend the way the holiday fell. So I said, let's go today. So they were only 60% off, but 60% off, it was $8, not the 20 that they were selling it for regular price, which goes to show you how much of a cushion there is with retail. But check this out. So the ones I just got are $0.25 a piece. The ones that I bought last year after Christmas were 9 cents a piece. So I still think it's a really good deal to have them. And it just gives me a cushion because I'll have 32 made probably by the end of the weekend. And then I'll have more to make. So I'll have a lot on hand, which is really cool. I know, Barb. Aw. Our son is only 30 miles away, but he works nights and sleep days. He came and was off Christmas Eve, so he spent the night with us. Well, that's really nice, Gwen. Ryan used to work nights. Oh, we had to wait for him to get home most holidays because he worked all the holidays and all that. Oh, it was crazy. For years and years, he did that. Hey, River Rat Homestead. Hope you're doing well, enjoying time with your grandchild. I believe it's your granddaughter that you watch. Yeah, so let me show you, Glenda. Hang on a minute. I got to get him. I'm in my craft room. So I've got a sack of them. Hang on. If you're watching the replay, sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Yeah, so I think you should be able to see it. Yeah, you can, Glenda. There you go. I prefer all clear, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm trying to keep the price down for when I sell them. So I've got all different colors and stuff like that. But one of the things that I bought to go on the top, you can see that. I'm not going to put it on all of them, but I'm thinking of like, just because people, sparkles everywhere. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I'm thinking if I cut one off, you know, and I can wrap it around the top. I'm not going to do it on every one, and I'll tell you why. Because some people just like simplicity. That's me anyway. And if I'm going to do something, it's going to be what I like to do. So you could do any yarn. Just Google Bauble, Bauble cover patterns for free. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Heather. I'll get things done on vacation. Nope, when I want to get things done, it's dark and people are sleeping. Exactly, Gear. I totally get that. So I'll show you the ones I've got if you guys want to see. Hold on. Let me take the back thing off here because it's just irritating me. And then I'll show you. Hey, Rooster Rescue. Hope you're doing well. Confirmed tornado near Mobile, Alabama. Oh, man. I hate that. Hey, Tom on the plant. God, I hope everybody's all right. So this was a Caron cake, Caron, that had different colors, and I just separated the colors. And then there's the blue. I've got so many. I got purple in like a ribbed. Hey, Rochelle Brampton Gardner. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh, yeah. They're always falling, rolling all over the place. That's the problem. Hang on, I gotta get that so I don't smash it. Okay. Went to my oldest son's house for Christmas and got to spend time with him and his wife and my grandson and my middle son and my granddaughter and my youngest, my daughter. It was awesome. That's wonderful. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Red. Same line of storms that came through here yesterday with tornado weather. Jeez. Gear is supposed to be making sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies, bacon wrap, little smokies. 5 hours before I start thinking about bed. Rochelle just finished a 3D puzzle. Fun. Yeah, or Diesel will play with it. Yeah, you just want to look at the sizes, Glenda. I mean, if you're a crocheter, you can pretty much figure it out. Like this one I just did free-handed. It's a rib knit by going crocheting in the back. This one was actually half double or double crochets. This one, because I try not to do patterns, because if you got to sell them, you got to make sure that the pattern allows you to sell it, that they let you produce it. It's a pain. I don't have time for that. There's that one. Ew. I got a bag full of them. But you see the color variations are just neat, you know? And I've been having a blast with them. Here's an all gold one I made last night. You know, and I have ribbons you can put on top of them. But by getting the baubles themselves, the ornaments, getting them cheap, and the yarn is cheap, you can sell them for a real cheap price. So putting a little extra on them isn't a big deal, but I've got tons. I just want to get the Christmas one out. I showed you similar to that. Here's a weird one I did. I just thought it was funky. I'm going to put a ribbon on top. Ooh, hang on. I'll get caught up in the comments in a minute. That was another one I made last night. This was actually a defect in the yarn, and I kept it on there because I thought it was cool. But I think my other Christmas one, here's a rib knit one. Just single crochet in the, and not single crochet, half double crochet in the back loop. So some of these are done in 2 halves. Some of them are done this is like a granny square one in 2 halves sewn together. I'm just looking to see if I have another Christmas one because I gave one to a friend. Oh, here's one with a ribbon. So that's kind of cool. And I think, well, I mean, the goal is to have them be more unique. Oh, that was one too. So yeah, so they're kind of fun. I'll get to the chat in one sec. I just want to put these away. Like Rochelle said, Diesel doesn't start playing with them. But yeah, I'm going to add some of that Christmassy stuff to it. I've got more Christmas yarn. I'm going to do more in Christmas yarn because I'm sure people want Christmas yarn. Excuse me. But yeah. Weather guessers are saying that there could be a tornado outbreak tomorrow over Louisiana and Mississippi. Ugh. It's so sad. Glenda said, I'm a crocheter, been doing it since I was 7, but I learned to read patterns about 10 years ago. Neat. Yes, great use of using up scrap yarn too. Yes, I crochet them. So you buy these, Kelly. I couldn't get a box of all clear, or I would have. I prefer that. But yeah, you just buy the ornaments, and I know the size, so I know how big they need to be, because each ornament is a different size. They have if I still see them there, no. These are like 80 millimeter, which I think is nice. Thank you very much. Some of the patterns are copyrighted, is my understanding, Rochelle. I've seen them where they say you're buying the pattern for use, but not for resale. It's for personal use. And some of them I've seen, they say they have it copyrighted. I don't know. Go. Glad you guys thought it was cool. Hey, Tony, we had a great Christmas. Hope you did too. Been crocheting all afternoon, Gwen. Yeah, I started to, and then I stopped. Gwen finished a blanket, gave it to my daughter, and I have yarn left over. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, it wasn't Gwen. It was Glenda who said that. You could mail them out with a balloon inside and then could mail flat. Yeah, I'm hoping to just sell them in person at local fairs. That's what my goal is. Sell them as cat toys too. Yeah, the small ones. I was going to buy small ones today. They were like mini ornaments, but I said, nah, I got enough to do. So I'll stick with that. But that's a good point. I could definitely do that and put trying to think of what you would do. The dollar ones, the dollar store ones will probably work really well. Or you could buy like a small kid's ball, like with a rattle in it. That's what I'm planning on, Rooster Rescue. I'm planning on doing that for at local fairs, probably next year, probably starting mid-year. I'm working on building up a whole inventory of stuff. I've only been trying to do it for the past 3 years, and I let it fall to the wayside. So I'm trying to get set up for that. But I think we're going to start at local craft fairs. Hey, Sarah, Homesteading Hustle. Happy Friday. The pattern itself is copyrighted. I'd love to know more, Rochelle. I really would, because I've read mixed things on it, and they say that if you buy the pattern and use it for sale, it can be an issue. They can call it a copyright infringement that you've used it against what it was supposed to be used. But maybe I misunderstood that. But feel free to message me. I would love to know more. As long as you aren't selling them online, who would know? I know. But if I wanted to sell them online, that's the thing. I found this mason jar cover, and it was a sweater, because I wanted to put like a little Christmas sweater on a mason jar when I gave out gifts. But I also wanted to make them. So I bought the pattern, and I looked at the pattern, and the pattern was like, nope, you can't use it. So of course I set out to make my own sweater, totally different than hers, because she used granny squares. I wasn't going to use granny squares. I was going to knit the sleeves, crochet the sleeves, crochet the body. I got the body done. The sleeves I am having a hard time with. But legally, they can't tell you what to do with what you make. Rochelle, I am seriously open ears. because I need to know more. Yeah, I'm sure you totally get the sewing world thing. Yep. Some people say you can contact the designer and say, um, get permission, but what if they say no? Then I feel worse selling it if they said no. You know what I mean? Than not asking them. Because then I could go, whoops. Catnip inside. Yes, exactly. Hey, LG Homestead. You can't resell the pattern itself. That's really the only part that's protected. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, SD Mountain Man. Hope you're doing well. And LG Homestead. Hope you're doing well, Lori. Hope you had a good Christmas. They try to claim that, but it makes no sense to me. I think it's usually on there for mass production. Yeah, well, I mean, if I start making it and selling it online, I don't want to get nailed in that stuff either. So it's an ego thing. Huh. They're out there, Gwen. I wonder what their badge looks like. I wonder if their badge is crocheted. I'm just trying to do the right thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I found one with tassels hanging down. Here's a funny one I made. I made this ugly snowflake one. I am not selling it. It is a piece of garbage. Okay. I made a mistake and I tried to add tassels to the snowflake. It looks terrible. So, very dumb idea. But I sewed the snowflake on and I didn't like it. So I was like, let me cover up some of my mistakes with the tassels. Yeah, it looks like a alien thing. But yeah, you can find a ton of them. Really, it hurts me in the end because you'll get other patterns from designers that say it's okay. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I agree. It's an ego thing. It needs wiggly eyes. It's cute and a hat. It's epic. Like the ugly Christmas sweater. I know. I'm gonna try and rework. I'm gonna try and rework it because the ball cost me money. So I wanna. I'll sacrifice the yarn. Thankfully I can cut the snowflake off. But yeah, we had a good laugh over it one night. On top of a beanie. There you go. Looks like it came from Beetlejuice. A pinata. I love it. I love it. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, I was trying to make it look rustic and it just I'm not good at freehand sewing it. It's a crocheted badge for sure. Yeah, people buy quilt patterns all the time and make quilts and sell them on online, and I get it. I really would like to do it. You can make hacky sacks. Do kids still play with those? I don't know if kids do or not, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I could totally make that. Yeah, it does look like pigtails. It's so stupid. I don't know. I was gonna try and add more, and it spiraled into bad at a very late night of crocheting. Let's just say that. And it did look so bad, and then it looked terrible. But yeah, just trying to do some things like I've showed you guys hats before and stuff like that, and just trying to find some things. I'm probably gonna make some mason jar uh cozies. They stick, they go right on here. I think I have one here to show you. I made one year for a friend of mine, and this I just brought to her house. I'm sorry, I got a stuffy nose. But why can it? I don't like the new update on iPhone, even though I love my iPhone. I have to tell you. Let me see if I can find this here. and show you. Like, my whole idea behind it is rustic. I don't want perfection things. Like, I want to make soap with the lard from Whalen and some other stuff. And I just thought, I've got a plan for that. It's not going to be fancy soap. Mason jar. Let me see if I can find it in my Google. Bear with me. I'm going to try this a different way because I know dag nabbit. I know it's there. Recent days. Hang on, because I really do want to show you some. I think what I'll do is just show you one online. It's easier. Instead of me looking for it. Mason jar, crochet, cozy. So when you make like canned goods and you go to give them to somebody, you can find a whole bunch of mason jar cover cozies. I'm not going to show you the pattern I really love because I can't seem to find it, but I made one last year. I loved them. There's one. So that's like I brought one over. I made two last year. I made one like this where I put flowers and pine needles and cranberries in a mason jar as like a bouquet of sorts, like a Christmas bouquet. And then I also made one of similar color to go over a cranberry juice quart of cranberry juice that I canned to give to our hostess. And I thought it was really nice. And I just think it looks so pretty. Let me just go back. Good night, Holman's Homestead. Thanks for being here. Have a nice weekend. I could have a spider, a spider on it. SD Mount Scott, that's amazing. You're in the 40s this weekend. Yeah, we have been in the 40s too. And we were almost 60 the other day. And it's insane. No rain, no snow, except for not even a dusting, if you want to call it that. But absolutely insane that we are so dry. Yesterday, the wind gust picked up and it was like a dust bowl. I walked out for 2 minutes and I had grit in my eyes, grit in my teeth. Made me so angry. Hubby got a new iPhone. He's still learning it. Yeah, they're pretty intuitive, but it's definitely different from an Android. Oh, wow, Rochelle. From 12 last weekend to 54 tomorrow. Wow. Yeah. It's been warm. I mean, I can't believe we're getting lighter already and longer days are starting and we haven't even had, it's coming, but we'll see. Yeah, Scott, you said I'm totally the other end from Lisa of the state. I was looking at the South Dakota Farm Trade Show, which is in Vermilion. I hope I said that right. It's over 6 hours away from me. Makes me so crazy because I'm not doing that for the day. And going overnight is really hard to do with the animals. Happy New Year's, Heather. Happy New Year's. Thank you, everybody. My cousin made me a few of those and I use them for drink koozies. That's really cool. I love that, Sarah. I love my crocheted pug coffee cup holder my friend made me years ago. That's awesome, Rochelle. LG's got 50s and rain. Wow. Is that about typical for you guys, though? Because for us, like being almost 60s and 40s, and we haven't been below zero. I mean, at night maybe, but that I don't count that during the day. Happy New Year, Scott. Supposed to rain all weekend. Hopefully get a break. Oh gosh, send the rain here, please. Oh my gosh, it's raining for 24 hours and wow, Sarah. Send that rain here. I don't like black ice either. January is supposed to be brutal, Lori said. Huh. Yeah. We're seeing mild and dry. It's crazy. Gwen said it was 76 when she went out to feed. I bet you did almost melt. Hey, Lynn, raining there in Minnesota? Wow. Good to see you, Lynn. Thank you for being here. I am so behind, guys. I'm sorry. Upper mod 40s in Northwest Oregon, way too warm. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad the VA is helping him learn about his iPhone. Yep. Yeah, I do know he's legally blind. I'm glad that the accessibility features are helping. Hey, Cindy Kelly. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. Nope, usually colder, Lori said. Oh, okay. Tony says 48 and rain. Oh my gosh. I can't remember the last time it rained. I can't remember. We are just, the truck is full of dust inside and out. Like in the back, you ride down the dirt roads, the dust is insane. Scott said it's nuts. I get to press show once a month in Chamberlain, winter for work. Gotcha. Oh, wow. It's raining there too, Glenda. Wow. Scott needs his fire pit time. Oh my gosh, am I still way behind? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You have to talk about the weather. It's just crazy. I mean, because you know the fall moisture dictates spring forage in the pastures, and we did we had to start feeding hay July 1st. So we literally stopped in June and started feeding July 1st because dead, dead. The grass was dead. Drought. We're in drought years. If I was in the country, I'd use some fuel and burn on. However, it'd be too smoky here in town. Yeah, we can't even burn here. It's too dangerous. Too dangerous to burn. Spartman said 3 or 4 nights of dense fog advisories. Wow. Yeah, LG, the gamers are not like, how's the weather? Because they're inside during the weather. We've been having above average temperatures here in Colorado while the mountains are getting hit hard with snow. Wow. The only thing I know of, Lori, you said speaking of dust, anyone got any tips on how to combat dust in the house? We are not on a dirt road, but the dust is real because we have dust devils, which the wind swirls the dust and blows it around. Um, Air purifiers are a big thing. I don't have one, but I've heard air purifiers really reduce dust. The other thing is we keep our windows closed, especially during the day or if it's windy. But the other thing is if you're on a dirt road, I don't know here what they do is people who struggle with the dust. So there may be a section of houses, say for a mile, and then there's no houses for miles. They get the mag chloride a bunch of them get together and have the mag chloride sprayed on the road, and that cuts down the dust. I don't know how you feel about that stuff. I'm not promoting it or not promoting it. Just letting you guys know about it. That's what they do. Yep, weather is important. Absolutely. If we didn't have cold weather, the amount of parasites would be off the charts. I was reading an article on that the other day that winter is a time of killing off the parasite load. Lynn says she's hearing January will be brutal, very cold. Oh, stay warm. Cold and wet here, calling for more rain. Hey, Annette at the Cow Emporium. I didn't know what day of the week it was, too. I didn't set my live up until like this afternoon. Yeah. Gwen says, speaking of purses, why are they nearly all lined with black fabric? You can't see anything down in there because they know you're going to spill stuff. I don't have central heat or air, so I don't even have air circulating through a filter. Well, you can buy an air purifier, which is a standalone unit, if you chose. But I know that that's what a lot of people do. Yes, mag chloride. I believe that's what they call it. I hope Kelloland is right. What is Kelloland saying, Scott? Well, you can reach out to an air purifier company and tell them you want to represent their product and see if they'll send you one. That's the only reason why I do any of those promotions is I want the product they've got. Did I say that? Yeah, because I'm not looking to sell stuff. If you want it, you buy it. Somebody bought a harvest right using our link, though. So I thought that was cool. I would look up Consumer Reports and see what they recommend. That's what I like to do. But you can reach out to a few companies and say, hey, I've been eyeing your product, because anytime they reach out to me, usually, I know you can get paid for it and all that. I don't want all that. What I want is the product. So like when I had a garden company reach out to me, they said, are you interested? I said, yes, this is the bed that we would like, the raised garden bed that we would like. I don't want the little round one. It's useless for me. Don't get me wrong. I take it and there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to say this is what we can use if you want me to do that work. I'm going to ask for a new tractor in the new year, see if they send us one. You should reach out to Kubota or whoever. Cold part of January, but I figure after January, it's downhill to spring. Yeah, Scott, January and February are usually problems for us, meaning cold temps on and off. February tends to have a real brutal cold at one point. And then March is like supposed to be our snowiest, I think. I may have that wrong, but I think it is. But that's once we get to March, we start getting heavy wet snow instead of the powdery stuff because we're so cold. But we got barely a dusting the other night. Yeah, don't do that, Scott. Night Vision Company on me now wants to buy Amazon and PayPal me back. No. The only time I did that was with a company on Instagram that I had already worked with. They sent me the product. They wanted to pay to boost my reel as an ad. And they said that I had to do that. And I had no problem doing it. In fact, they asked me to do it twice. And they sent me the money immediately once I sent them how much they owed me. So I was completely reimbursed. Yeah, I turn most things down if I'm leery. Yep, absolutely. In fact, I usually delete and block and report it as spam because I don't want to hear it. It's when a company I know has reached out to me, and I notice when I'm on Instagram, they start making the rounds, and that's when I get something. So 45 minutes until Gear Gryden's numbers are drawn for the Mega Millions. Good luck. What's Hanga Tonga? Rochelle, what's Hanga Tonga? I remember at the airbase, February, March, rough. Yeah. Ooh, Barb, that sounds good. Yeah. I love that free Saker saw. Oh my gosh. I love that Saker saw. Bye, Lori. Happy New Year. The world's largest underwater volcano that erupted over a year ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just, the stuff, it's got to be stuff that we really want or we're interested in. And then, like I said, I try to get them to do a giveaway so it helps our subscribers. And Gwen won the raised bed, which is good for her because she needed an extra raised bed. I love that Saker saw. We cut over 50 trees down, and do you know we limbed them with that Saker saw, most of them, to take them off so we can put them through the chipper. I'm just reading, put so much vapor in the atmosphere and warm the oceans. Rochelle says, I get promos for jewelry and fitness clothes. Hey, I get them for all the weirdest things, but I delete them. I delete them because they look sketchy to me. Usually you can tell if they're not spelled right, and stuff like that. I don't like the Amazon ones, quite honestly. I try to look at the company. And if I see, so for example, when I saw Vigiga garden beds, I looked them up online and I reached out to somebody else who posted about them, and I was able to verify who they were. But I think I deleted like 4 today. I was just like, no way. Go away. I don't need solar lights. Yeah. And sometimes I don't click on any of the links in the emails. I refuse because that could be a disaster. So I refuse. Um, but I go to the company and I look for the person to see if they're there, or I say, hey, I reach out and I say, hey, is this person in your sales department or promos department? Yeah, I used to get them on Instagram and I'm still leery about that. One of the things that I turned down was what are those garden sleeves? You know, those garden sleeves, and then they have the hat. Like, I'm not going to wear that stuff. It's, like even Lush and Dew. Lush and Dew is great to work with. And when they reached out to us, it was August. And they're like, we're going to send you seeds. And I said, do you know I live in South Dakota? There's no gardening going on right now except that what's already going. There's no seed starting, you know? Yeah, that's a good point, Annette. Getting better at the spelling and the grammar, likely using AI. I've had some strange things recently. A pest control company has been super persistent. Yeah. And I was like, they sent it to me in September, in October, they wanted me to the sleeve thing, and I'm like, farm defense or something, garden defense, and I'm like, "No." And I don't like the hat. The hat was hideous. Um, yeah, solar lights are cool. I just don't get me wrong. It was a bad choice of words, but like solar lights are cool, but I don't need a ton of them. High C Boots reached out to us and sent me those short black boots, and I told them I would do it on Instagram instead, and that worked a lot better. Well, you wanna know something, Gwen? I agree with you. I mean, in summertime, I don't wanna wear these they protect you from the sun, which is a really good thing. I mean, yes, you don't want skin cancer, but I mean, I don't want to put sleeves on in the summertime to be hot. Yeah, Sarah, we've gotten the same, a bunch of cool stuff. I turned down a Hora and claw gloves they wanted me to purchase on Amazon and comp me. I said, I'd love to work with your company, however, you can send them direct to me. Yep. Agreed. Agreed. Totally the way to do it. You got to be really careful. It's just, you just got to be careful, um, and all that on what you're doing. You know, Sometimes I notice when you like a post on Instagram, like I have friends on there who get like Lush and Do or they get other stuff. I find sometimes that's like a connection too. So, ooh, that's really cool. Annette at the Cow Emporium says her daughter wears the sleeves in the greenhouse when picking tomatoes to reduce how green she gets. How cool is that? I didn't think of that. We have a few solar lights from companies and I love them, but I only did a video on one of them. Oops. You had a lot going on, Barb. I still have a Grubterra video I got to do. I'm like 6 months behind. It probably costs them more to ship it. They should give a coupon code. That was how I got the Vajiga bed. Was they gave me a coupon code which covered the price of the bed that I wanted, which was like $400. So I turned down a vacuum seal package because after back and forth for days agreeing to try them, blah, 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 they wanted me to fill out a form with all my social security information. I'm like, nope. Yeah, because technically you're a vendor then, because like I've claimed it on my taxes because you're supposed to. And I think the only one who really, I think it was Eaton Pet and Pasture was, I didn't have to do my social security though. I just had to give them my name, address, and they gave me the form that I needed. I love the solar light we got, but it doesn't work well in winter. Summer, it's super helpful though. That makes sense. I love my free portable blender they sent me. That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm glad because it's something you can use, so that helps. Good night, Scott SD Mountain Man. Happy New Year. I ain't got to worry about taxes. I haven't been paid by social medias in a few years now. Yeah, I don't either because of the expenses. The expenses outweigh the income because you can claim a lot. Social media doesn't pay well for me anyway. Although I think the new way they're doing ads has changed things, quite honestly, has helped. I want a grain mill. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I love my Nutrimil. I've had it close to 15 years probably. Really? I didn't know you had a Nutrimil. Yeah, trust me, Sarah. You're going to get there, girl. And we don't even hit the what we have to trying to think. You have to make the minimum amount per year. Yeah. Done investing in social media. Was going to put my time into TikTok, but with it being threatened and working overtime since March, I'll pass. Yeah. Our older videos are what are still going. I just haven't had the time, and there's really no big projects going on, so I just throw up a short because I usually throw it on Instagram. I'm not investing. It's not like we're going to be rich. I just try to do it if we have something going on. Same here, Rochelle. Especially if you take a break for a while, it totally throws you off. Oh, that's awesome, Rochelle. I'm glad. And by the way, Rochelle, I watch your videos. That's really cool with the Nutrimil, though. Very cool. It's funny. I have a KitchenAid that's from circa 1989, 90. And I just bought all these attachments for it. And I'm like, I'm going to have to buy one of them soon. I could tell. Yeah, gear grind. I use my phone. My phone is getting old. My GoPro is older now. So I like being able to share things with people that know us, have been following us all along, who watch all the time. I think that really helps put things in perspective for people. Like, there's a whole bunch of you guys, right? Who've been watching us from a long time ago, and you see that from where we started to where we are now, like, you get how big a deal it is. So yeah, it is a great community. I did tell a local crackhead I'll give him $50 for a nice unlocked phone. So bad. You're so bad. Gear. Oh, I love everybody's rallying around Rochelle. That's awesome. Rochelle's awesome. She's a great person. Great person I never would have met if it wasn't for YouTube, just like all you guys. What are your plans for New Year's? Anybody have plans for New Year's? I'm kind of curious. It is funny. What are your plans for New Year's? I don't think we have any, but I might get a phone call. So I don't know. Making fondue for my kids. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I love it. Can I just say, we were going to have T-bones and lobster tails because obviously we're not near the shore. So we got frozen lobster tails, right? And in Walmart, admittedly. And we got the T-bones from our local ranch beef, and we were so excited about it. And then my friend called and said, there's two of us here. We've got a huge turkey in the freezer. I got to get it out of there, and we're making it. So will you come for dinner? So that's what we did. The Cow Emporium is doing PJs. Sid's got some pineapple mango non-alcoholic wine. She's excited. Aw. Heather's sleeping. Gwen said plans for New Year's: ham, cabbage, black-eyed peas, and cornbread. Yum, yum, yum. Barb loves lobster. Gear Gryden said little as possible. Sister-in-law wants to go to the casino with them, but probably going to pass. Already told them no. Nice. Thinking of doing snacky stuff. Maybe wontons or finger foods. We had prime rib yesterday. Nice. Very cool, Barb. Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube at all. I'm behind about 3 or 4 days, so I've got to get caught up. I did see you put one up. Thank you. We do a Christmas Eve appetizer or hors d'oeuvre extravaganza is what we've done. We've done it for years. We used to do it with my mom and dad as well. So on Christmas Eve, what we make is, because my family always celebrated Christmas Eve, except for Christmas morning if you had kids, you know. And so Christmas Eve we had egg rolls, pork pot stickers, mozzarella cheese sticks, all that jazz. So it was pretty good. But we postponed our lobster and steak dinner, so we're going to do that New Year's Day, and I think New Year's Eve we're going to do appetizers again. Oh, I'm sorry Sid got sick last year. But I love snacky stuff. Prime rib at your daughter's. Wow, that's great. That's great. I saw somebody say something about they don't get what's so great about prime rib, and I'm like, you probably should get some local beef. Bacon wrapped little smokies and chocolate chip cookies. Beefy onion soup with the bones. Nice. Nice. All right. Exactly. Then you didn't do it right. That's exactly what I was thinking, was like you cooked the thing until it was dead. Prime rib it's usually really hard to screw up a prime rib if you cook it right. And see, look, Lisa Glovey just came to life. Prime rib is awesome. It's totally amazing, and you totally cooked it till it was dead. So it's crazy. Gear grinding. I'm over my hour, gear grinding. So I'm going to get going because I'm getting stuffed up and I need to go blow my nose. I don't have a tissue here. So you don't need to hear me sniveling. But I am glad you all came tonight. It was nice to see everybody. Randy does it in the sous vide. It's amazing. Sear it at the end and make an au jus. Oh yeah, I like it still mooing. A little more cooked than mooing, but I like it rare. Absolutely. Gotta have it rare. Prime rib for Christmas, our own beef. Oh my gosh, Heather, you're making me drool. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Love to you all as always. And I hope you have a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2025. And have fun and be safe. Stay warm, stay dry, whatever's going on by your neck of the woods. Take care, everybody. See ya.